Happy holidays and welcome to I-24 News Sports Daily Magazine with all the latest scores and stories from the world of sports. It's a warm Christmas here in Jaffa, but it's going to be heating up even more on Boxing Day. We take a look at tomorrow's matches. Is Dwayne Wade ready to face old teammate LeBron James? And some of the more bizarre sports moments of the year. All that and much more coming up, so let's get going. We're getting ready for Boxing Day tomorrow in the UK with a full slate of exciting games. Manchester United have a history of winning on Boxing Day. They've actually only lost once on the day after Christmas. They will face Newcastle at Old Trafford, and manager Luis van Gaal seems to be more in the holiday spirit than worrying about his team on game day.
So, I'm allowed to toast with you, my friends of the media. Merry Christmas. With your family. A lot of love also. That's also important. Health and happiness. Cheers. Cheers.
And top of the Premier League, Chelsea host West Ham for their Boxing Day matchup, and Jose Mourinho's side will look to keep their lead into the new year. With Manchester City closing in on the Blues, Mourinho knows his side will need to be ready.
Chelsea is top of the league and deserves. And Chelsea is top of the league because deserves. And after us, West Ham, because to be fourth for a team that everybody was expecting them to fight for survival, to fight to keep the last third of the table position to be fourth, I think is a fantastic achievement, really. Very good.
Meanwhile, Manchester City will be traveling to struggling West Brom and is looking to keep the team's eye on the title. The team can equal a club record of 9 consecutive wins with a successful Boxing Day. But manager Manuel Pellegrini is well aware that it's just December and there's plenty more football ahead before deciding the champion.
We are not thinking about Chelsea, we are thinking about just our team. We know that it's important to have our own pressure, to try to win the next game. And as I said before, you never win the title in December. So we have a long 5 months to continue playing as well as we are doing so far, and we'll see at the end of the season which is the team that has more points.
With these festive fixtures, each of the teams are getting ready for a jam-packed week of football. Taking a look at tomorrow's games, as we mentioned, Chelsea taking on West Ham. Liverpool travel to Burnley, Southampton head to Crystal Palace, Manchester United, as we said, hosting Newcastle. Their neighbor City will play away at West Bromwich Albion, and finally Arsenal play against Queen's Park Rangers. We tend to admire our favorite athletes. We would look up to them in every manner, on and off the pitch or the court. But over the past year, we've also seen many of our favorites do some things we're not too proud of. Michael Friedman and Lise Barenbaum take a look at some of the athletes who may have disappointed us in 2014.
The end of the year often means rankings, the best performances, the most incredible records, and in this case, the most annoying athletes. It's no surprise the first ones on the list are football players. 4 years after the embarrassment at the 2010 World Cup, Frank Ribéry and Nicolas Anelka are paying for their childish attitudes. They are most noted for their antics off the pitch. The Zaya affair was damaging to Ribéry's reputation despite being acquitted.
Je suis extrêmement ému.
I'm extremely excited. I know it has been a difficult year for my client, to his brother-in-law, his family, and it's true. I am very happy for the release that has been imposed. We fought for this release to be without any doubt.
The gesture Nicolas Anelka made forced him to leave the English club West Bromwich. Samir Nasri comes between the 2 other players to claim the second spot. His acts of provocation earned him a growing unpopularity, and therefore he lost his place on the French team for the 2014 World Cup. The first non-football player is none other than Jo-Wilfried Tsonga. The tennis player, who never experienced the slightest slip-up on or off the court, had a disappointing loss at the Davis Cup. His lack of communication with the French team included teammate Richard Gasquet, which put him 9th in the ranking, a hard failure to assume for the captain of the French team.
C'est vrai que là maintenant c'est dur, faut encaisser pour tout le monde.
It is true that now it's hard. They must stand strong for everyone, for them, for me, for all members of the staff. Even for the fans, you know, all the world believes very strongly, but also the quality of champions. It's knowing how to react and bounce back.
Réagir, rebondir, réfléchir à comment y arriver, et voilà, je suis persuadé que mon groupe a cette force.
More surprisingly, Didier Deschamps and Laurent Blanc are among the top 10, despite having good seasons with the French team and PSG. Finally, Florent Manodou, the king of the last World Championship in Doha, closes the top 10, even though he committed no known error, but have confessed to using creatine.
Un complément alimentaire comme
It is a dietary supplement such as protein bars or BCAA. I take amino acids. It helps me recover and it helps me have the strength on very explosive time. For me, it's normal. It's been 3 years since I am in Marseille, and since I've been taking it, it's become normal.
A common point for all these athletes, they are all successful individuals, but is their accomplishments greater than their failures?
And further news from the world of football, ex-West Ham manager Gianfranco Zola was named new head coach of Cagliari in Serie A. The 48-year-old Italian takes over the club, which is near the bottom of the tables, after they sacked Zdeněk Zeman earlier this week. According to the club, Zola, who ended his career as a player with Cagliari, will take his first training session with the team on Sunday after Christmas break. Zola spent 7 seasons playing for Chelsea and began his coaching career at West Ham, but was fired in 2010 after less than 2 years at the helm. And it's his first coaching job since he left Watford in 2013. And English boxer from Pakistani descent Amir Khan, who just this month defended his WBC welterweight silver title, arrived in Pakistan on Wednesday in the wake of the Taliban attack on the Peshawar school, which killed more than 140 people, almost all of them children. Khan said he wants to show the world the true picture of Pakistan, and he plans to auction the shorts he wore during the WC match in order to raise money to rebuild the school. He spoke about his decision to travel to Pakistan during a press conference.
In this time of distress, to stand by the Pakistani nation, I've traveled to Pakistan despite security threats to prove that sport and education is the way forward. I'm willing to offer the government of Pakistan my support and the stakeholders. If they need any help, I'm here for them. I want to rebuild the damaged school and help fight against terrorism.
And what gift can you give the footballer who already has it all? FIFA's Christmas-themed commercial features some of the best in the game and the most spirited rendition of Jingle Bell Rocks. Michael Friedman brings us this special holiday-themed press review.
In today's special holiday press review, we feature some of the best that sports brings us on Christmas. We begin with ESPN's headlines, which read, Top 10 Christmas Presents for Footballers. As people around the world are opening their gifts, we take a look at some of the best presents footballers may hope to unwrap this Christmas. Cristiano Ronaldo is believed to be getting the same thing he asks for each year: an industrial-sized tub of hair gel, 2 cans of fake tan, and a floor-length mirror. As we all know, he will likely be receiving many shiny things next year. Fernando Torres could be asking for a DVD copy of the 2007-2008 Liverpool season in review, as well as a large box of tissues. And Borussia Dortmund's Jurgen Klopp will be looking for something special, a gift voucher for 3 Bundesliga points, redeemable at any German top-flight stadium. We'll have to wait and see whether he's been naughty or nice. Next, we go to the Daily Mail, which featured Lionel Messi going head-to-head with Chelsea star Eden Hazard in a Christmas special. The two footballers are known for their skills on the pitch and now playing FIFA. Watch these two clash in the FIFA 15 commercial.
And claim your glory. 'Tis the season to be winning. Score a goal and then repeat. That's it. That's a recipe for their defeat.
And lastly, we finished with the star headlines, which read, painfully awesome videos of athletes singing Christmas songs. We've seen different sports teams in the past singing carols and other holiday songs, and this year we have the Toronto Maple Leafs with their version of Jingle Bell Rock. Take a listen.
Jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
Jingle bells swing and jingle bells rock.
Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring.
Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun.
Jingle bells chime and jingle bells time. Oh, shoot.
I don't know about you, but I think those players should stick to hockey. That's all for this week's press review. Happy holidays.
And staying with the holiday theme, Christmas Day games in the NBA, and a big game for the King, LeBron James, who is heading back to Miami today for the first time since leaving the Heat. But former teammate Dwayne Wade thinks their first regular season matchup won't be that big of a deal because they've already played against each other.
No, man, we already played each other, man. The NBA messed up on that. Put us together in preseason, so we got that out the way. Now it's just, we're a team that's struggling, trying to find our identity. It's going to be obviously it's going to be an exciting game for our fans. It's going to be an exciting game from the standpoint of being Christmas, and this is our first time playing each other. But that whole, weirdness, awkwardness that it could be, that's out the window.
And other games taking place this Christmas Day in the NBA, Oklahoma City Thunder visiting the Spurs. Kevin Durant will be sitting this one out with an ankle injury, the fourth game he's missing in a row. The 23-4 Golden State Warriors, coming off a loss to the Lakers, are in LA to take on the Clippers, while Pau Gasol is facing his former team for the first time as the Lakers are in the Windy City. And thousands of miles away from the bright lights of Broadway, the South African ballet puts on its own unique version of the holiday season favorite, the Nutcracker, this year, with a touch of summertime and even acrobatics. Here's more.
Gumboot dancing was invented by black South African miners who would stamp and slap their boots in order to communicate without their boss's understanding. In the Nutcracker reimagined, the Joburg Ballet has retained Tchaikovsky's famous score, but the Russian dance scene has incorporated elements of this earthier South African equivalent, and Clara no longer travels to the Kingdom of Sweets, but through the Kalahari Desert.
Nutcracker in South Africa during summertime, trying to pretend that it's winter outside, is a little bit ridiculous. So the idea was to create a South African Nutcracker that would tell the normal story of the Nutcracker, but in a South African setting and in summer.
Not only are there no snowflakes or tutus in this take on the Christmassy tale, but the Sugar Plum Fairy is instead played by a sangoma, or traditional healer. And the desert is home to ostriches.
It's been a challenge in that there are a lot of dancers that are not from South Africa, and obviously done very much on the classical Nutcracker, so they look at us as if we totally have lost the plot.
But the dancers seem to have taken to the challenge. The ballet is still based on classical movements, but with a modern twist. And for the first time, this year's production also includes acrobatics.
The most challenging for me is probably the new circus stuff that we're doing. It's quite difficult, some of the aerial tricks we're doing and stuff. It requires a lot of upper body strength, which we have, but not to that extent.
I think it's more dangerous. The moves are more dangerous and it's more sculptured, more than rather being it classical. So it's exciting. It's quick.
The Joburg Ballet hopes the production will help it reach out to new audiences with more black and young people, all without, of course, losing the magic which makes the Nutcracker such a timeless favourite.
We've had some incredible sports moments this year and unbelievable feats, but as we near the end of the year, we're going to take a look back at some of the odder, funnier sports moments of 2014. Enjoy. And it seems Santa took a break from his reindeer and sleigh to hit the waters. Tourists gathered in Alexandria, Virginia to watch the annual Washington Spectacle, a skinnier Santa on water skis. He was joined by his friends, the elves, a clumsy Grinch, Frosty the Snowman, and reindeer. The event is in its 29th year and takes place near the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. Well, that's all for us for today. Don't forget you can watch this and every other show on our website, i24news.tv. We're also on Facebook and Twitter, i24news in English. Thank you for watching and have a beautiful day.